Well, Jay, it feels like a long time since we've spoken, but it's a really good opportunity to do so, I guess. A new contract signed today, keeping you here until 2019. Just give us your reaction to that, first of all.
Yeah, obviously I'm delighted. You know, it's a great club. They've done amazing this year, and it's obviously been a tough year for myself being out. But no, I'm really delighted to sign the contract, and I'm just looking forward now to the future.
It's a really good way, I guess, to celebrate what was a good piece of news a couple of weeks ago, seeing you come back to training with the squad.
Yeah, no, it was a great feeling and a great reception from the lads and staff and the medical staff. They've all worked like tirelessly with me, and no, it's like I said, it's great news, and like I said, I just want to carry on improving now and try and get some game time.
What was it that convinced you to sign the contract and to sign a long contract as well?
No, obviously you see the ambition of the club and the way it's going, and you know, obviously it's been a tough year, and like I said, and the medical staff have been right behind me, and I just feel that, you know, it's a place to be, and I want to concentrate on my football. I think it's the right place to be.
The idea of signing a new deal is obviously spoken a lot in the media and probably privately as well, especially when you're approaching that last year of the contract. Why was now the right time to do that for you?
For me, obviously, because I'm back. I know that I'm fit now, and I just want to concentrate. Like I said, on improving my game. Like I've said before, I got injured. That's all I want to do, and I feel like the lads have done really well this year, and it's something I want to be a part of, and I just want to get involved now, and it's a good thing.
There has been speculation over your future, not just in the last few months, but probably a lot of the last couple of years that you've been here, really. Has that been a factor in the mind and something that hopefully you can kind of push away by signing this contract?
Yeah, no, there's always going to be speculation with every player, and it's part of the game, and for me, I just concentrate on and just myself and what I can do in each day to improve, and it's just a case of being focused and working hard, and that's what I'm meant to do, and nothing will change. I'll still keep doing the same now.
It's been about a year since we last sat down and talked about what it was like suffering that injury and the months that followed that. How has the last 12 months been since then?
It's been, like I said, a roller coaster. I mean, I was close to fitness and had the setback, which was terrible, and it was a big shock to my family and my friends and people close by me. And but I think like it's a journey that I've come through, and I feel stronger for it. And I feel like I'm just ready to go now. It's been not the best year, but I think I've learnt a lot in myself, my family, my fiancée. She's been amazing. It's just something that brings people together, and I just can't wait to get started.
What are those particular things you've learnt about yourself?
I think it's the fact of like how tough you can be in hard times. The people that are around you and how they react, and I feel like, you know, that bond grows stronger, and it does make you a stronger person. I feel like that it's not been ideal, but I always think I look at it in perspective and look what I have, and my family and my friends. I feel a lucky person. So it's just little things like that make you realise what you actually have and you appreciate.
You mentioned that there's probably been some dark days, especially around the Christmas time, when maybe you were hoping to come back and it didn't quite happen. What was it that kept you going during those difficult days? What
kept me going was, like I said, I think it's just been having a strong family, a strong friendship with mates and teammates. I think it's the fact that I just wanted to give everything I can each day to get better, and I didn't want it to beat me, and I felt like I had an opportunity to improve my physical stats. So I just thought that if I work hard each day and maximise every day, that's the minimum I can do, and hopefully that day will come when I return and I feel the benefits of it. So I think for me, I've always thought if I give 100% of what I can do, then I could never mourn or have anything to be upset with.
I'm sure you don't particularly want to relive them, but during those really difficult times around the winter, did you start to fear the worst, fear about how long it was going to take for this day to come, really, in terms of getting back to action?
Yeah, of course. There were times where, you know, you do question it, and it's natural for that to come into your mind. But like I said, I have a strong fiancée who's down here, Simone, who's been, I really can't speak highly enough of her because she's been so strong, and it was just a case we sat down and we just said, right, we're not going to let this beat us, and it was a thing that we were going to work hard to overcome, and I think we have done. I think, like I said, the medical staff have been brilliant as well, and it's a credit to them as well that I've come through it.
I'm sure you're not counting the days, but I think it's 400 or so since that injury. I mean, during that time, what are the range of emotions that you're going through?
Yeah, in that time, obviously there was disappointment, but I mean, I was straight onto it and focused on getting back fit, and it was just a case of, like I said before, just to work hard and to maximise each day, because it's a gift to play football, and when it's taken away from you, you want to try and relive that. So I think the best thing for me was to be focused and just to keep working hard, and that's all it was really. It was a case of having a goal and sticking to it, and that's what I wanted to do.
Would you have ever believed back then on that day at Manchester City that 400 days later we'd be talking and it's only now that you're coming back?
No, that's the thing. Yeah, I had a time frame in mind. I was very I was sticking to that. I didn't want it to go over or any time before. It was a very specific time that I had in my mind, and I probably should have just let it be and just been a bit more flexible. But that's just myself. I think that's the way I am. I think you have to have realistic goals, and it was realistic. So no, it's like I said, it weren't something that I thought would happen, but it's happened, and I can't really do anything about that now.
What's it been like watching the team playing matches? You know, only 2 games left this season. Surely it's been a really, really frustrating process to have to watch a whole season play out in front of you. Yeah,
it's hard. I mean, obviously, you're happy for the team, you're happy for the lads and the club to do well. It's that's a natural thing to be happy, but it's also for me, I get frustrated easily just watching football in general. So when it's the team you play for is even harder. You just want to go out and play, and when you're restricted to not being able to play, that's when frustration kicks in. But I tried to look at it a different point of view and try and work out little things I can see and just try and learn from the game even when I'm not playing.
It's been a massive transitional period, funnily enough, really, hasn't it, since you've been out of the team? A lot of players have come and gone, especially close friends of yours, and a change in management as well. So it must have been strange to kind of watch all of this playing out from the sidelines, effectively.
Yeah, no, it was. But I mean, like I said, the lads that have come in have been great. They're great lads, and it's a good team that we have here, and it's and they've made me feel welcome even if I haven't been playing. So it's still quite a nice feeling. So for me, I feel still part of the team, but now I just want to play.
Yeah, I was going to say, how has that sort of ingratiation period been in terms of getting to know these new guys when you can't necessarily play with them on the Saturday, but you say they've been pretty welcoming all along? Yeah,
it's different. Obviously, I think you create great bonds when you're when you play with a player and you get to know what they're about. But I mean, I think I've got to know what each lad's about who have come in, because I think they've been welcoming, and I hope I've been welcoming too to get to know them. So it's not really been much different. It's just a case of just getting to know people, and it's been good.
A change of manager as well. How's that been, getting to know a new one without having to actually play for him yet?
Yeah, again, it's similar. It's it's best to work with a person you get to know him. But no, he's been great. He's been always being informed on what's happening, and you can see the lads have done really well and reacted well to the new manager coming in. So it's good.
As we said at the start, you're back in training now. How do you feel, first of all?
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, it's I did a lot of hard work before I went into training, so I did feel physically good. But now it's just trying to get my mental side and obviously my awareness, and little things like that I'll pick up. I think it takes time, so it's just a thing I'm looking forward to trying to grasp and to get to the form I left off with.
Was there a little bit of nervousness when you first step out onto the training pitch after all that time?
Yeah, it was. It was a little bit weird. It was quite funny. Like a few of the lads were saying like, you're nervous and stuff. But yeah, it's just a natural thing. But no, once I got into it, I just found myself back into where I wanted to be, and it just brought a smile onto my face, and it's what I want to do.
I guess in the short term now, the big target is to get back onto that pitch and out in front of the Saints fans.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That's the one thing you want to do. You want to get out there and just feel like you belong there on the pitch and be confident in what you're doing, and that's my ultimate aim, to get back to the form that I left last season.
The manager's mentioned a couple of times that there's the possibility of even coming back into the squad for the last day of the season away against Manchester City, which is obviously quite fitting in some ways. How do you feel about that prospect if it was to come true?
That'd be amazing. I'd relish that. It'd be the best feeling ever to go out there and play. I have no worries about actually going out and playing at that stadium. Maybe people do, but I don't. It's a place that you play football. That's how I see it. It's pretty simple, really. It's just one of them things that you see people getting injured. It's not a massive thing. So no, I think to get on the pitch and play in the Premier League would be a buzz for me.
And I guess from your point of view, you can see that there's still quite a big aim, something really to be achieved for the team in terms of the last 2 games of the season and potentially gaining Europa League qualification. So there's really still something to play for.
Yeah, definitely. It's very important, these last 2 games. Yeah, it's a lot to play for, and I think the lads are focused, and I think they're ready to go to get the 2 games and get the 2 wins.
And in terms of the longer term, obviously you've signed a long contract until 2019. What are you looking to achieve in that time?
Like I said, I want to improve on the year I finished. I want to score more goals. I want to be more effective. I want to keep improving and just trying to maximise everything I can do in the time I'm playing. Because that's for me, that's the big thing. I want to be able to say I've done everything I can to be the best player I can. So for me, that's my aim.
And last but not least, we should talk about the fans. They've been extremely supportive, haven't they? Right from the day you suffered that injury at the Etihad Stadium, right through to today when they hear this news, they've always been extremely positive and looking forward to seeing you back.
Yeah, no, they have. I mean, the book was such a nice touch at that time. It meant a lot to me, and it still does. It's still there, and I still look through it, and it's a nice feeling to have that much support. So no, they're a great set of fans, and hopefully I can return and give them a goal maybe.
In some ways, is this a little bit of a show of faith, a show of reward maybe on both of your parts really? The club giving you the deal after a year's hard work on your part, and equally you kind of rewarding them for the work they've put into getting you back to this position?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a relationship there that it's you know, a bit of loyalty. I've had a tough year, and I think the people that have stood by me in the medical side have been great. So it's a nice thing for me to do that, and I think it's worked both ways. And
to get a good piece of news like this going into the summer is obviously really important for everybody at the club as well, especially after the tough time we all had this time last year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, hopefully it's a boost for the squad. I mean, like I said, I can just concentrate on myself and be fit and try my hardest for the team. So I think, for that point of view, it'd be good for me to get in the team, and hopefully it's good for the teammates.